I just got back from vacation, so you know what that means. If you guess that means that I ate at another Michelin star restaurant, bitch, you guessed it. You was right. Okay, we just got back from our vacation to Budapest where we ate at 2-star Michelin restaurant Stand. It's a modern take on traditional Hungarian cuisine. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, we were pretty hesitant about eating here because we had just tried traditional Hungarian cuisine just like at a local restaurant, and let me tell you, baby, we said, what? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, but it was bad. So we were asking the concierge about like what do we need to be looking for in Hungary? What kind of foods, what kind of flavors? She was like, oh yeah, we like to use a lot of spice. You know, we like to use like paprika. That wasn't an exaggeration. She just kind of trailed off, and she trailed off because there were no other spices to be found, right? I had the food and I tasted the paprika, and it was just that. There really wasn't much else. So I guess she was kind of telling us the truth there, because there really were no other spices to be had in the dishes that we ate. It was interesting. Even salt was whoo. I mean, we were really looking for it. It was like magnifying glass. Yeah. I wish it had at least been smoked though. Just regular straight up paprika. You need to smoke it. Regular paprika is not doing anything, even in the copious amounts that they put in that food. I see why people say, oh, I just add paprika for color. No, baby, throw some smoked paprika on that bitch for flavor and color. You'll thank me later. They were very, very fond of sour cream. So I just need the good people of Budapest and Hungary to know that sour cream is not a spice. It is not a substitute for salt, pepper, God forbid an onion powder, a garlic. There were definitely changes that could be made. She also went on to mention that their food is very greasy and there's a lot of dairy, and people's stomachs are usually not prepared for that. I'm thinking, girl, I'm from the South. We have everything greasy. We have fried chicken, fried Oreos, fried butter, fried. So I thought I was gonna be okay. I thought I was prepared. I'm American. You don't gotta tell me about nothing greasy. You better listen to these people. You better listen to these people when they tell you. Because let me tell you something. They were right. My bowels, y'all. Okay, I'm not even gonna get into it. But just know that they were right. Listen to these people. Listen to them. Okay, so we started off with a trio of flavors, little bites that they wanted us to eat them in a certain order, and I like the order that they presented it in. The beautiful, gorgeous leaf was artichoke. It was definitely really crispy like a chip, and then it had kind of a zippy flavor. I don't know, I think it came from the crispy artichoke leaf, dolloped with a little sauce made with pumpkin seeds. That was pretty good. The next little dish there with the caviar on top, that's langoustine, and it tastes pretty similar to lobster. I think they're closely related. And then the little shell was like a crispy potato. That was really good, a good salty crunch. Then the next thing they wanted us to eat was, it was an interesting choice. It was wasabi, horseradish, and sour cream. And then like some spicy turnips on top. Okay. I guess that was meant to be like the ultimate palate cleanser, but those flavors didn't really come together to do anything. It literally tasted like all three of those things separately, but also at the same time. I wouldn't say that the flavors necessarily clashed, but it was definitely like a you do your thing, I do mine kind of thing. I wasn't really feeling that dish, but it was kind of a nice way to round everything out because like I said, it was pretty much a palate cleanser. Okay, so the next pair of small bites that they served us was a pumpkin and grape tea. You heard that right, pumpkin and grape, like grape juice, okay, in a tea. This little morsel right here is langos. It's a really popular traditional Hungarian street snack. You can find places all over. I mean, everywhere you look, throw a rock, you'll hit a place that's selling langos. It's really good though. This is obviously super small, but the original ones, like they're like pizza size. They're huge. And so it's this really light, crispy, fluffy fried dough. It's traditionally topped with sour cream. I know, but they actually didn't overdo it this time, and cheese and garlic. Man, that bite of langos was perfection. It was so crispy on the outside, but then soft on the inside. It had this amazing cheesy flavor. It was almost like it was in the crust. And then in the middle, there was, I think, more sour cream, more like garlicky sour cream. It was perfect. Oh, cheesy, crispy, fluffy, soft on the inside, nice and hot. The langouche. It's a 10 out of 10. Okay, it's a 10 out of 10. I had a friend that recommended it to me and told me, you have got to go find this shit. It's so good. And I just hadn't got around to it yet, but the stands were everywhere. But this was actually the first time that we had tried it at this restaurant. And you best believe the next day I was going to get it. I was searching. I was on a voyage. I was Lewis and Clark for the langouche out there because that shit was so good. But let's talk about the pumpkin and grape tea. It was not the vibe. It did not pass the vibe check. They were frenemies. The pumpkin and the grape don't like each other. And it tastes exactly as it sounds. It tastes like hot broth that somehow tastes like both pumpkin and grape juice together. But they hate each other. They were so begrudgingly paired together in that hot broth. It was awkward for me to drink. It was almost like if you have two children, like siblings that are fighting, and then the parents are like, stop, and make them hold hands, and they do it, but it's like against all of their will. That's what was going on with the pumpkin and the grape. I didn't want to be there. They didn't want to be there. It was really just hot hatred. They just barely melded together. It was pretty terrible. So they brought each of us a whole little bucket of bread. That's what I'm talking about. Come out, give me the bread. Don't, oh, it's gonna ruin your meal. I don't care. Let me get ruined. I wanna taste the bread. I wanna see how you do bread. I need ideas, so I wanna steal them from you. How are you doing the bread? Serve me the bread. I want the bread. Then they actually ended up bringing me a second one. I didn't need it all, but still, I'm like, give me the option to have the bread. I want the bread. Don't play about the bread. Bring the bread out. If you don't have bread as a part of this, stop. You always need bread. It is necessary every time. Don't skip it. Don't piss me off. There were a couple different types of sourdough in here. One was a pumpkin sourdough, basically just had pumpkin seeds all throughout. It was pretty good. Regular sourdough, and I think they mentioned a cabbage sourdough. I couldn't taste all that. It all just tasted like sourdough, but it was pretty good. The long stick is really good. Maybe I'm gonna phrase that differently. The cylindrical piece of bread, yeah, vocabulary. That one was pretty good. It's very flaky, very crispy. I like that a lot. It's like gourmet Cheez-Its. Another thing I really liked in there was it was a scone of some sort, a biscuit. Honestly, it gave Popeye's biscuit, but in a good way. It was like the way that it's like super buttery, super dense. It had that same consistency, but it had like a sour cream and chive kind of vibe. A sour cream and chive kind of vibe. Oh, I was vibing. To say the least. Now, one of these pieces of bread in here was charred. It didn't look that dark, right? It didn't give like, oh, burnt, crispy vibes. It looked like it was lightly toasted, but the flavor was charred. That thing had been to hell and back the way that it tasted. I mean, it tasted like it kissed the depths of hell and came back. It was charred. That flavor was so smoky. It was so much. I'm like, who's enjoying this? I ate it because it was there, but it was a chore. It was a real chore. No piece of bread needs the level of char that bread went through. No piece of bread should be treated that way. And it looks perfectly fine. It looks like, oh, it got a little bit toasty. Take that times 1,000. I'm telling you, the color of that char is not in any way representative of that flavor. That shit was burnt. On this little plate, we have a spread of cottage cheese and paprika. That was good. I might actually mess with cottage cheese after this. Blend it up and add a whole bunch of paprika. That was an amazing spread. It complemented the breads really well. The other spread is butter and yogurt, and then it has like a sunflower seed kind of mixed into it and then topped with sunflower seeds. So obviously it gave it very rich, nutty flavor. It was pretty good. It did not complement all the breads though. Yikes. Some of those things it really clashed with. I don't know. They need to kind of recommend which ones you should eat them with, because I tried it with that Popeye's biscuit. It was not the move. It was jarring. You already know the deal. It's gonna need a part 2. See ya.